They say you hear the truth in the hush between midnight and dawn. That's when I first noticed the voices, a soft chorus rising from the woods behind my cottage in the village of Greenglen, where every neighbor greeted me with the same glassy-eyed smile. I moved here for peace, chasing the promise of a slower life, never realizing that what the villagers called peace was just silence, carefully maintained. The first week, I barely slept. The forest seemed to breathe, its branches tapping my window in patterns that almost felt like code. When I asked Mrs. Crane, my elderly neighbor, about the nightly sounds, her hands trembled as she handed me a loaf of bread, whispering, "Don't listen too closely, dear. The spirits remember." Her eyes darted to the tree line, and I caught a glimpse of fear that chilled me more than the autumn wind. Curiosity nodded me until, one night, I followed the whispers into the woods, phone flashlight trembling in my grip. I found the villagers gathered in a circle, hands linked, faces painted with ash. In the center, the earth pulsed with a faint, eerie glow. They chanted words I couldn't understand, and as I stepped closer, a force pressed against my chest, a warning, or maybe a welcome. A twig snapped beneath my foot, and 100 heads turned in perfect unison. Their eyes glistened, empty yet piercing. Mrs. Crane stepped forward, voice hollow. "You heard them, didn't you? Now you belong to the forest too." Roots burst from the ground, coiling around my ankles, pulling me down as the villagers' voices grew louder, chanting the pact that would bind me to the woods forever. The last thing I saw was the ash marking my skin, sealing my fate in the village's secret, where no one ever truly leaves.